Ladies and gentlemen, on a blustery, windy afternoon, turning into the evening at the Glass Bowl, it's Toledo University of Toledo Club football. It's Ohio State. Dean Jackson along with Scoop Miller as we bring this one to you. Scoop, it's not very often do you get the biggest game of the year on your opening game of the season. It's like the Daytona 500 for the University of Toledo and Ohio State.
Well, make no mistake about it, this game is huge. The fact that whoever wins this game here tonight will be in the driver's seat for the rest of the season. But again, this is a series that's been dominated by Ohio State, as the Buckeyes have won all three contests between these two schools. In fact, they've outscored the Rockets 168-43. I think Toledo feels this might be the time where they can make this a true rivalry and break through and get the W here tonight.
And as you said, Scoop, Ohio State is the gold standard of National Club football, but it's a different team this year. And if there was a team that's primed for picking off, it's Ohio State. Right now, Ohio State has some new players, a new quarterback, a new look, a different scheme. And Toledo is bigger, faster, and we're going to see it tonight. Toledo will kick off. Getting ready to get it going. Temperature around 69 degrees. Wind supposedly coming in from the northeast at 3 miles per hour, Scoop, but we're up at the upper reaches of the stadium, and it feels more like 20. Bobbled on the kickoff to the 15. Picking it up across to the 30, finds a seam, and he is open. Not the way you want to get things started. And down the sideline, an 85-yard run. Jalen Haley finds the seam. The senior from Zanesville, Ohio. In no flags anywhere, it is a 6-0 game.
Wow, what a start for the Buckeyes. Again, Haley bobbles the return, but that kind of threw the timing off as the Rockets over pursued. And then the fifth-year senior, Jalen Haley, takes it to the house, officially an 82-yard kickoff return. And 14 seconds in, the Buckeyes hit pay dirt. And wow, what a dagger here to start the home opener for the Rockets.
And we talked about a team that maybe wasn't quite as fast as last year. We still haven't seen the offense, but they are up 6-0. The point after on the way. Will Mustard. It is up, and it is good. So just that quick 7-0, Scoop. That is a big blow to the gut for UT.
Well, it really is. But again, you've got a lot of football left, so you have to flush it, go out there. Remember, though, this is an Ohio State team that's been to the National Club Football Championship 4 consecutive years. They won it all in 19 and 21, runner-up the last 2 years. But Toledo, not the way you draw things up, but if you want to be a champion, you have to play like a champion. Sometimes that means overcoming adversity. We'll see if Toledo has that in their arsenal here tonight.
And coaches always talk about it. They talk about moving on to the next play. That's what they're going to do. And keep in mind, too, very first play of the year, you're going to have jitters. You're going to have mistakes early on in the game. Just move on.
You have to. But again, Jalen Haley's a guy that you know how dangerous he is. He's averaged north of 30 yards per kickoff return this season. So no surprise there, the fact that he has the wheels to go the distance. But you're right, Dean. The Buckeyes take their lead, but the Rockets, you have to flush it. You go out and win the next play.
David Rive, the kicker, from Puerto Rico, from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I will not mention his high school, but I'm sure you're familiar with it, Scoop. I'm teasing.
Well, I probably have played basketball there at some point.
Fielded at the 11-yard line to the right side. Again, this one number 1 for UT. Merced Diaz, he gets it out to about the 33, just past the 33. Down there to knock him out is Clemens. That's Joshua Clemens from Charlotte, North Carolina, a sophomore. He comes in at 5'9", 165 pounds.
Well, nice return by Merced Diaz. He's a guy that has a lot of speed on the Rocket side of things. You'll hear his number called a lot tonight. The sophomore out of Genoa High School has that game-breaking speed. Right now, Toledo will take their first offensive snap of the season from their own 34-yard line.
And let's talk about that O-line, and then we'll get into the keys to the game. Watch Brandon Motter. Last year he had a bit of a leash on him because they wanted to keep him safe. Quick out, incomplete.
Pass goes incomplete. Intended for number 17.
Intended for Brian Hollaball, and all kinds of pressure on the wing over there as J.P. Naylor out there on him immediately.
Well, talking to Ohio State head coach James Greger before the game, he knew that you have to get pressure on Brandon Motter. He's too good. He's got a lot of experience back there leading this Rocket offense. So that was his priority one coming in. They got good pressure there on first down.
Receivers on each side, 2-by-2. Motter back to pass, steps up, shuffles his way through the pack and gets upended. And it looks like there's a fumble and a flag on the opposite side. Jackson Rittman says, hey, I had the fumble, and he was bearing down for pay dirt. But it looks like it's coming back.
Now, that time the pocket completely collapsed on Brandon Motter as he tried to tuck it away and make something out of nothing. Instead, it's going to end up being a sack. We have a personal foul after the play against Ohio State, unnecessary roughness. So that'll make it automatic first down here for UT. We'll see if we can find it here in the replay. There you see the pocket collapse, you see the sack, but then, yeah, that's one of those things, that's a no-no, picking up the quarterback and give the little slam dunk there.
Actually, was Matt Humphreys in there to make the stop, so make that correction. But, yeah, you definitely want to be protective of these club guys. Has an opening up the middle, spins it around, gets near the 43, and a host of red shirt defenders to bring him down. The ball carrier picking up a couple yards, Evan Leach.
Actually, that was Devin Ruffin, the junior from Youngstown Liberty. That time, not much there. He was hit the line of scrimmage. He's able to kind of bowl his way forward for a couple yards. So 2nd down and 8 coming up for UT.
Scoop, I appreciate that. We had some adjustments to the rosters before the game. Now we are set. To the near side is Parker Miranda. A correction. To the near side, that is Davion Favors. Now another man comes in motion. Jackson Wright. It is complete. Down the sideline. Wright carries his defender to the 41, and there's a flag on the play. Making the stop, Joshua Clemens. He's the one who had that would-be fumble.
Another big puck penalty coming up here in Ohio State. That's going to be another personal foul late hit. But how about that nice rub route that time from Jackson Wright, the sophomore. As that time they did a quick slant there on the outside, and Wright that time did a quick out. He's able to gather a little space, and with that 15-yard penalty, that takes Toledo all the way down to the Ohio State 27-yard line, where they'll have a fresh set of downs coming up.
And check out that front line. Big, beefy lineman for Toledo. Sweeping to the far side. There's a flag. Cutting to the outside is Tariq Mosby and doesn't get very far. Holding, of course, against UT.
This might be one that Ohio State could decline the fact that was a big-time negative play. And they will decline it, so great job by that Buckeye defensive front there. That time they just sort of blew through the offensive line. That's going to be a loss of about 5, so they will decline the penalty, bringing up 2nd and 15 for Toledo.
There was no fooling done on that play, so 3rd down and 15. 2nd down, and 15. 13:06 to play, first quarter. But the Rockets are moving. Again, two receivers on each side.
If they can answer that early touchdown by Ohio State, that can kind of get you settled in, get some confidence going on your side.
Diaz in motion to the far side. The fake. Motter rolling out left. He's got some time down the sideline, incomplete. I don't know so much that he was going for his intended receiver as Donovan Favors as much as he was trying to get away from it, but either way.
Well, credit Ohio State. They've got so much speed on the edges right now, out on the flanks there. And I thought that was a concern coming in for Ohio State, but they they have the skilled players out there. I don't think that was a question mark. But, boy, their speed here in this turf has been impressive here. There they're going. And that time, Mater did the smart thing. He just throws the football out of bounds, avoids the sack. Going to bring it up 3rd and 15. But remember, Dean, I would think this is going to be 4-down territory. The fact that they're going into a heavy wind, I don't think a field goal is going to be an option this part of the field here tonight.
High snap for Mater, looking long, putting it up in the air and incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Favor.
Yeah, that was Donovan Favors that time. He was being double covered, but he was able to tip that ball up, just could not secure the catch. That was inches away from being a big-time highlight reel NTD. Watched a nice toss there by Mater, threw it where it had to be.
I almost thought he was going to hold on to it with the fingertips there. He had it in the palm of his hand and juggled it for a while, and I thought maybe he's just going to reach in on the grip.
All right, Rocket fans, the offense.
They're going to go for it. 4th and 15 after the stop on the sweep from Mosby.
Well, your playbook gets pretty narrow when you're looking at 4th and 15. We'll see what Coach Jamie Young has up his sleeve here.
Mater's got time, looking into the corner, and flags everywhere, and that could only mean one thing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be pass interference on Ohio State. If so, that'll be the 3rd first down via penalty on this initial drive. And there you see the signal from James McDermott there. Watch it one more time. 4th and 15. You got to get at least to the change. Mater throws a nice softball up. Pretty good coverage by Ohio State, but again, a little bit too aggressive there as the contact came early.
And the flag came before the even ball got there. So he was right on top of it. And these penalty scoops have been key penalties after the sack, after the catch on the sideline that pushed it ahead into the side.
Well,
of
2 of the 3 times Toledo was off schedule, so they're looking like right there, 4th and 15, and the only thing that could bail them out was the penalty. And once again, that Ohio State defensive front getting a good surge there, forcing the Rockets to go a little bit more east and west here tonight. That time just unable to get to the edge was Tariq Mosby, the freshman from Start High School. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Rockets.
Mosby did not get much of anything, so we'll just call it 2nd and 10. Strong side right, one receiver on the near side. 2nd down and 10. The give angles up the middle, maybe picks up a yard. Bailey, the ball carrier.
Tremaine Bailey, stopped by the interior.
I've been really impressed with the physicality up front by the Buckeyes. They're really running a straight 4-2. You know, they got the 5 nickelbacks in there, but they're doing such a great job of getting off the football, winning the trenches early. Once again, Toledo looking at 3rd and long. Ball resting on the Ohio State 16-yard line.
Again, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. That's Favors. He loves the left side, doesn't he? Sends it up to Favors, incomplete, no flags anywhere. Double coverage.
Intended for number 4.
That makes it awfully tough. You know, that time they tried to isolate Favors here on the wide side. Watch it again on the replay. He's got one-on-one coverage, but Ohio State in that 3 deep there, they've got a lot of help nearby. That makes it awfully tough to have a big window to throw it in. And once again, Toledo gonna go for it here on 4th and 9.
Back-to-back 4th down situations. They were bailed on by the penalty on the pass interference.
Now the Rockets will need to get at least to the 7-yard line to extend this drive. They'd love to get 6, but right now you have to find a way to move the chains. And it looks like Toledo will burn a timeout here.
This ball by the Rockets. Let's give a beautiful
Download the BCSN Plus app today, available in the App Store and on Google Play. That's where you can stream live high school football, soccer, volleyball, tennis this fall. It's all on the new BCSN Plus app. And, of course, you can watch University of Toledo Club football live, like some of you are right now. Some of you are watching this on delay. Now, the forecast said we weren't going to get much rain, maybe 15-20% chance, but those skies are threatening in the distance. But we're fine. We're under the second layer. It's going to get a little windy, and it's been windy. Speaking of that, 4th and 9. Scoop, you don't think they're going to set up for a field goal?
I think the fact that going into a heavy wind, I would anticipate the Rockets going to go for it right here. And again, you want to certainly try to get that first down. If not, you're still going to pin Ohio State deep inside their own territory. And there you see Brandon Motter out of the shotgun. So the Rockets indeed going for it once again on 4th and 9.
10:34 to play, first quarter. Ohio State up 7-0, an 85-yard touchdown run, the difference so far. Some movement on the Buckeye line. Motter throws it over the middle, incomplete. Well covered by the Buckeyes, and they will take over.
Great hold there by Ohio State. Give the Buckeyes a lot of credit. They had to overcome 3 big penalties. 2 of them were able to extend drives. This time again, Toledo's only sending 3 guys out, and Buckeyes have 6 deep that time. They went with the dime defense there, anticipating the one-dimensional air attack there on 4th and 9. And the Buckeyes bend a little bit, but they don't break. And now Ohio State trying to make this a 2-possession ball game as their offense takes the field for the first time here tonight.
And we're going to see Nick Pappas, senior, first year under the huddle, 6'1", 195 pounds. He's not as prolific as passers as they have had in the past.
Yeah, but what Pappas can do, he's the guy that can run the football. He can beat you with his legs as well.
Has an opening, pushes out for big yards near the 32.
And right there, we're seeing that physicality we talked about a little bit ago, Dean. The fact that Ohio State, there's a reason they've been to 4 consecutive national championship games. But watch that surge there in the line. They're driving guys 3 and 4 yards downfield and giving these backs some room to operate.
Burton again, the ball carrier across the 40.
23 is brought down by the Rockets number 38.
First one, a 14-yard pickup. That one, at least a 6-yard pickup as they get set at the 45. And the first down of the game for the Buckeyes.
Well, Burton last year averaged over 6 yards per carry. He had a long of 42 yards. He does have that game-breaking speed. Here's a quarterback draw.
We like that juke right there. Down the sideline inside the 40, spins out of bounds.
For number 12, first down.
Now that's a fantastic-looking play there by Nick Pappas. The 6'1 senior for Ohio State. Looked like a design draw there with their blocking scheme up front. And once again, the Buckeyes move the chains, take the ball all the way into Toledo territory.
Matt from behind, brought down for only a 3-yard gain. Again, the ball carrier, J.R. Burton.
2-yard pickup.
Yeah, a little bit better job getting some penetration up front by that defensive line of the Rockets. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 here for Ohio State.
.9:05 to play first quarter. Buckeyes leading by 7, their first offensive set of the game. Pappas out of the pocket, the rush is on. That one almost snagged in there on patrol. DJ Ornleft.
Great job there by Ornleft. There's a reason he was a second-team club football All-American last year. He had 5 picks a season ago. Nearly gets a pick right there. Tremendous coverage on Ohio State's Aiden Donovan. And that pass breakup's going to bring up 3rd and 8 here for the Buckeyes.
All receivers. Pappas lets one fly, and that one is almost snagged.
Pass is almost picked off by the corner.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing great coverage in the secondary by Toledo. That was Darius Clay, the freshman out of Cleveland Early College. Boy, he got a good jump on that football, read it like a book, is able to get the breakup. And now Ohio State looks like they'll go for it here on 4th down and a long 7, we'll call it 8 here. Rockets definitely need a stop right here.
Fourth and 8. 4-man front. Pappas has time, looking deep, and almost makes the connection. Intended down there, looking to make the connection with Charles Civiletto.
Well, watch it right here. Civiletto this time just goes on a seam route, and a nice vertical shot taken there by Ohio State. That ball just got up in the jet stream a little bit too much, carries just over the arms. And Toledo defense comes up big after Ohio State to have those 3 rushing first downs on their first 4 carries. The Rocket defense holds, and the offense will take over at their own 37-yard line.
Again, they love that 2-man set on the far side. One on the near side. Motter, the handoff. Not much going. Second effort gets to the 39, and it looked like there may have been a fumble, but the whistle goes.
Brings up 2nd down.
But watch it once again right here. This time, again, that surge by that Ohio State defensive line throws the timing off. And again, just no place to run. They're going to get a gain of 1, maybe 2 there. Ohio State's going to have that happy balance of throwing the football to set up the run. And right now, they've had a hard time moving the chains. All 3 of the Rocket first downs have been via penalty here tonight.
Little screen pass. That one is complete. Gets it to about the 44. Bringing it in is Jackson Wright.
Jackson Wright.
All the completions tonight have been on the sideline to Jackson Wright.
Just a nice underneath route that time. Trying to stay on schedule. That time they pick up about 5 yards. Still going to bring up a huge 3rd down and 3 right now. Ball resting on Toledo's 44-yard line.
Scoop, I like that play call because what it does is it keeps him honest on the run. And also it's not super risky as, a high-powered pass attempt.
Absolutely, and also opens up your playbook now here on 3rd and 3.
2 receivers on each side, 1 setback, a little bit of a low snap. Motter on the back foot, throwing it away, and there is a whistle and a flag on the sideline, a pair of flags. It looks like interference.
Pass interference on the defense. Automatic first down.
Yeah, Ohio State now has been burned by 4 penalties. 3 of them in the secondary. And once again, this pass interference call will extend a Toledo drive as they convert on 3rd down via the penalty. They'll take the ball all the way into Buckeye territory. They'll spot it at the 41-yard line of Ohio State.
Fair to say, Scoop, that the Rockets are sputtering. I don't know that we can make a comment on Ohio State's defense yet because they've just played 1 series. But UT has been a benefactor of those penalties mightily.
And that time, Motter was avoiding a sack. He was really throwing a jump ball, being 3rd down and long.
Tipped, but there it comes in, snags it.
Motter pass is complete.
And Jackson Wright again, he is the receiver of choice. He's kind of their possession guy right now.
Yeah, nice job by Jackson Wright. That time a little curl route. Again, a good timing play. A nicely thrown ball there by Motter on time. And that's what you have to do against this Ohio State defense. You have to find a way to control 1st down, get into those manageable 2nd and short scenarios.
2nd and about 3. Shotgun formation. The snap. Motter to the near side. Hauling it in. You can credit that one.
That's going to be Donovan Favors that time on a quick slant there. He was split out to the wide side here. Watch it again coming up on a replay. But look how Motter's able to set him up. He looked right. Is able to check one guy off. He's able to find Favors there. The freshman out of Princeton High School in Sharonville, Ohio, for another Toledo first down.
And, Scoop, every one of these passes has been contested. Every single one well covered by the Buckeyes.
They're also getting very good pressure on Motter as well, making things difficult.
Over the middle again, into the end zone. Incomplete. Motter not afraid to go deep to Favors. He's done that at least 3 times.
Well, there's some fun matchups to watch, and certainly this is one of them right here. As you see the freshman Donovan Favors kind of one-on-one there with Ohio State's Joshua Clemens. And Clemens, the sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina, was step for step. Well-thrown ball again by Motter. They credit that Buckeye secondary. They've got speed to burn back there, and they've been locked in.
And how about the speed of Giancarlo Coroni, who got there in a hurry? And they've had that. It makes it look like it's double coverage because guys get there so quick. Across to the 30-yard line. That'll make it what looks like 3rd down and about 2.
So watch it right here. This time a good cutback by Devin Ruffin there, the junior out of Youngstown Liberty. Is able to cut it back, spin away. Well, that's a big pickup. Instead of being 3rd and nearly 10 yards, he's able to take that down inside the red zone, just inside the 20. 3rd and 2 coming up for Toledo. And you would think would be 4-down territory going into this heavy wind.
On the very outside edge of the red zone, incomplete, intended for Diaz. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 4th and 3 for the Rockets.
Yeah, that run was shy of the first down, so it's going to be 4th down here. Again, 4-down territory here for Toledo. You know, that's that quick slant we saw run to perfection on the opposite side. This time the timing wasn't there, but again, that Ohio State secondary, their speed, there's such a small window to get that football into. And Motter's had a tough time with so many Buckeyes back in coverage.
Fourth and about 3. Looking. Nicely done. Gets the first down, plus more, some yards after the catch. And Orleff doing double duty on both sides of the ball. Snags that one.
How about DJ Orleff? We've already talked about him defensively, but watch it right here. He knows exactly where the chains are at. He's able to grab it, gets a couple yards after the catch. Boy, that's another big 4th down conversion here by the Rockets, and they have a fresh set of downs at the Buckeye 12-yard line.
And the Buckeyes swarmed with 4 defenders. They are fantastic with double teaming and triple teaming, and I guess you'd say quadruple teaming right there. At the 11-yard line, Motter getting stronger, a little wobbly. That one intercepted in the end zone, down the sideline. Takes the inside turn and finally brought down at the 41.
By number 2 for the Buckeyes.
Marcellus McClellan, the defender who snagged it, and really no one even close.
Credit McClellan that time. He's able to be in great position, caught the football, realized he had green grass ahead of him. At that time, I think Motter anticipated an out route. Instead, they got a post route. That left McClellan all alone for the pick. And what a big-time return, as Ohio State will have excellent starting position from their own 41-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 41. 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. Man comes in motion to the near side. The give in the backfield. Ohio State's got so many running backs. That one, Jonathan Thiel, or Thiele, I guess you might say, from Medina, Ohio.
4-yard pickup, second down.
Yeah, there you see a good look at Thiel right there. From Medina, he's able to get 4 yards. And Dean, if you want to beat Ohio State, you have to control their run game. This is where Ohio State loves to wear at you. They've got so many different runners. And here's one of them right here.
Right.
As we knew coming in, Nick Pappas, their second leading rusher on the season. And he's a guy that's averaging over 8 yards per carry. So when he calls his own number, it's usually with good results. And that's going to be Ohio State first down as they take it into Rocket territory.
Pappas from Avon, Ohio, in the Cleveland area. He is a senior. 2:13 to play first quarter.
That runner, number 38, met by a host of Rockets.
Very little gain. That's the best defensive stop for the Rockets tonight. Maybe a yard gain.
What's so important, you have to control first down against this powerful offensive line of Ohio State. And there you see, again, they had the gang tackling going on. That's what you have to do. We talked about the physicality Ohio State brings in the trenches. And that time, a great stop as the Buckeyes are held to 1 yard.
Get a good look at Coach James Greggett Jr. in there giving instruction to his squad, his offensive unit. Second down and 8. That was a pretty good spot, Scoop. I didn't think he got much, but apparently he got more than I thought.
Well, again, you just have to find a way to control first down. You know, remember last year, Ohio State running the football averaged nearly 150 yards per contest, where Toledo averaged just 65. So you have to find a way to equalize that if you want to stay in this game against the Buckeyes.
Pappas flushed out again. Snagging the catch. Jalen Haley brought it. He had the 85-yard kickoff return for the touchdown to start the game. And that is the difference so far.
Well, look at the good protection there for Pappas. He's able to step out of the pressure. And how about that nice comeback route by Haley? He takes a shot from Ornliff, but not before an Ohio State first down.
Pappas, misdirection down the sideline, breaks the tackle near the end zone, stopped inside the 2. They're going to put him at the 1.
How about that run by Pappas one more time? Again, this is a zone read. Pulls it out, and now he's got to beat the corner. Great cutback. Makes another guy miss. And again, look at him sidestep those UT defenders. There we have the snowplow. Will they signal? There's a timeout, Ohio State, before the snap.
Wow. I'll tell you what, Ohio State has had some unique bad luck tonight with those penalties, and of course, the timeout before the would-be touchdown.
Right now, they're talking as Ohio State walking backwards, so maybe they got the flag before the
delay a game. And you might hear the crowd in the background. Very spirited.
Ohio State brought a few fans down here as well, so it's even though you always expect a nice crowd here for club football at Toledo, some of the Buckeyes made the trip as well.
So delay of game, no touchdown.
So we have offsetting penalties, so they're going to replay first down. Looks like the old snowplow here. We'll see if they can take it in.
Pappas barely touched as he rambles in from a yard. 13-0.
Yeah, nice job there by Nick Pappas calling his own number. That's his 3rd touchdown rushing the football this season. And Ohio State, an impressive first quarter here as they take an early 13-0 advantage.
And they have played maybe 6-7 quarters of football this year. Had a game called at halftime against Ohio Northern. Their JV team. The kick is up and good. It's now 14-0. We will take the timeout. We will be back. Ohio State leading Toledo Club football on BCSN.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Appliance Center has the guaranteed lowest prices on over $7 million of furniture, appliances, mattresses, cabinetry, and flooring at all 3 Appliance Center locations. 419-PAY LESS or shopac.com.
Get 60% off now at Appliance Center, Ohio's #1 servicing dealer. Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Welcome back. Merced Diaz to the 20-yard line, spun around and hit for a would-be loss, if you want to call that, back to the 15. Coaches always talk about keep running, no east-west, and no backward stuff, definitely.
Great coverage by Ohio State special teams. Once again, they're going to pin Toledo inside their own 20-yard line. So Toledo down 2 scores early and looking at a long field. But there you see another personal foul penalty against Ohio State. So that'll give Toledo a little breathing room. Boy, that's the 5th major penalty in this opening quarter by Ohio State. And yet they still find themselves on top, 14-0.
Yeah, those have been ill-timed penalties, to say the least. But they've recovered. They've been pretty incidental. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. If Toledo needed a wake-up call, it's right now. Handoff. Then run game is not working very well. Mosby gets maybe to the 33.
Well, watch again right here. Ohio State again. They're winning this football game in the trenches right now, and I think with the wind conditions, I wonder if Toledo is even going to take a snap here. The fact that they're going into that heavy wind, you would think this is going to be a throwing down on 2nd and long. Right now the game clock down to 10. Play clock is turned off.
Hand in the face, incomplete. How about the play from Ohio State's Ryan Globacher, excuse me.
Yeah, Globacher that time. Again, another one of those many athletes the Buckeyes have in the secondary. Great job of closing in. You talk about textbook pass breakup. We saw it right there. And now a 3rd and long coming up. Time for one more play here in this opening quarter.
3rd down and 9. The pass game isn't working. The run game is sputtering. Scoop, it's time to dig deep.
Yeah, and again, you don't want to just give up on your game plan just now. You've got a lot of football ahead, and with the clock does tick off there the final second with the new college rules this year, so that'll be the end of the first quarter, and it's been all Ohio State to this juncture, 14-0.
We'll be back. This is Club Football on BCSN.
Our firm does right by our clients. The case that ended traffic cameras in Ohio started with one person calling us. She became our client, and we went all the way to the Supreme Court of Ohio and won. This made a difference for her and made a difference for people like her. This is how we approach all of our cases. If you call us and we take your case, we want to win and make a difference. How can we help you?
3 rows of seats. That is a done deal. Now at Dunn, we have a huge selection of Chevy Traverse, Chevy Tahoe, and Chevy Suburban, and they all have 3 rows of seats. So whether you're hauling lots of people or lots of cargo, Dunn has the vehicle for you. Shop on your schedule at DunnChevy.com. Chevy, Dunn, and you. Together, let's drive.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Visit DaveWhiteChevy.com. And by Sean's Irish Tavern, locally owned and operated, and proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community.
Back to the action, and a whistle, and Ohio State thinks it's on UT.
That's going to be on UT. It looked like just about everybody except the center was offsides for Toledo that time, as that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So that takes the Rockets back inside their own 30-yard line.
So, Scoop, do we see more screen passes when Mater passes? I mean, I guess the question should be, will we see more screen passes?
Well, I think you're going to have to. The fact that they're really being pushed up front, and the secondary for Ohio State's got such great closing speed. They've got some athletes back there, no question about it. Now we're going to have back-to-back false starts penalties against Toledo. Right now the Rockets kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. We've had 2 penalties before we've taken a second off this second quarter clock.
Second down and 20. The ball is set at the 24. The first down is at the 43. Spun around, gets to the 29, and Bailey, the ball carrier. That's something you haven't seen a lot tonight, is much momentum on a run from UT.
Well, that time Ohio State went with just 3 down linemen, a prevent defense. They had 8 guys in the secondary, so Toledo just trying to get some of that yardage back. They get a short gain, but still 14 yards shy of the first down. They will, at least for the first time tonight, have the wind at their back as they kick the football away.
It will bounce just past the 50, roll to the 40, and Ornleft there to put it down.
Ball is placed on the 38-yard line.
Well, Dean, I think it's clear early. You can see why Ohio State, through the first 2 weeks of the polls this year, are ranked number 1. Certainly deserving so. A lot of people are going to say, well, it's based on last year's or last 4 years' performances. They've been in that national championship game. But even though this is a completely different team, they still got a lot of weapons out there. And right now, Toledo has to find a way to get some momentum back, and maybe the defense could come up with a big play.
The handoff cutting to the outside, angling across the 40, brought down near the 50. Nice job done by Joshua Clemens. And how about this running back by committee effort by Ohio State?
Yeah, they've got so many different weapons, but again, look at the hole. He doesn't get contact until he's 10 yards down the field, is able to get a few yak yards on top of it. But it looks like
that was actually Ethan Young.
We do have some laundry on the field.
So that even further drives home the point. Ethan Young, first time we've called his name. But, Scoop, I think we've called 4 or 5 guys, including Pappas, who've carried the ball. And, you know, they have been very reluctant to go to the air.
Well, again, they're a run-heavy team. I think more so this year. They lost a really good quarterback from last season, so they're still figuring out the parts here. Remember, this is just really the 3rd game of the season for Ohio State, and they're clicking on all cylinders. They do a quick out route, able to get another first down. This one, their first down through the airways but it takes the ball all the way down to the 36-yard line of Toledo.
J.P. Naylor, the receiver, little game of pitch and catch. Moving to the 13-minute mark here in the second quarter. If you've just tuned in, Ohio State, the number 1 team in the country, 14-0 over Toledo, number 6 team in the country. Across the 30-yard line, Pappas just makes so many things happen.
Yeah, he really does. They do such a great job of staying on schedule. You know, they avoid those negative plays. They're really controlling first down. And again, you have a quarterback who's a dual threat. That makes it a little bit more stressful in your defense. And once again, the Buckeyes pick up good yardage on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 1 from Toledo's 27-yard line.
12:20 to play in the first half. Pappas waits for a minute, cuts over the middle, to the right, to the left, across the 20-yard line. They're going to put him down at the 18.
Again, you know, this is no accident. This is certainly by design. You have a guy that has the ability to beat you with his arm and his legs. And that time, Pappas, one more time, is able to move the chains. That takes the ball into the red zone with another fresh set of downs for Ohio State.
A methodical Ohio State attack. 1st and 10 at the 18. 11:37 to play. Incomplete in there providing coverage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Watch it one more time. This is going to be a quick slant. Really just one option they're looking at right here. And that time Pappas delivers the football a little bit tardy there. Thrown behind his intended receiver, J.P. Naylor, the freshman out of Milford, Ohio. And the Rockets get a stop on first down. Brings up 2nd and 10 here for the Buckeyes, trying to make this a 3-score contest.
Showing blitz. Pappas simply steps away, looking long into the end zone. And Naylor again all alone.
I think that one's going to come back, as that time Naylor is all alone in the corner of the end zone. That was a big-time hold. I saw a late flag come in, but I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. It looks like it may be against Toledo. No, they do call it. They did see it, so they do get it right. I mean, it was a late call, but it was the correct call. I don't know if we'll be able to pick that up or not, but that time the Rockets catch a break.
That is a big break. 3 scores on the way the offense has been sputtering. It might as well be like climbing to the top of Mount Everest.
You know, that's the 6th penalty of 10 yards or more here for Ohio State tonight. So that's an area that certainly has to be a concern for 6-year head coach James Grega, who has a 39-6 record all-time here for Ohio State club football. But that temporarily gives the Rockets some new life here.
Pushed back to the 28-yard line. Pappas steps up across the 25, tripped up, but still on his feet, finally brought down. And it looks like the stop may have been from Jalen Love, but that's just his story. He breaks tackles left and right, and he continues. Even though it looks like he's going to stumble, he just keeps going.
Well, you know, they lost such a good quarterback from a year ago, but I've been impressed here with Nick Pappas here tonight because he makes good decisions. He's not trying to force things, but he also has the ability to run the football. He's not looking to make the slide and avoid the contact. He's trying to get all those yak yards he can. And that time he picks up 11 yards there on 1st and 20. So now the Buckeyes in decent shape here at 2nd and 9 as they're able to get the penalty back and then 1 yard on top of it.
Set at the 18-yard line. Steps through the hole. Still on his feet. Slowed down for a moment, then finally brought down. Spun around by Tristan Herndon.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's another big-time run there by Pappas. And again, looked like the Rockets had him contained. Watch it again on the replay. Looks like it might be a coverage sack, but look how he's able to kind of juke and jive his way to the edge. He's able to make a nice spin move late. And wow, he makes it a very manageable 3rd down and 1 here for Ohio State. Trying to get some serious separation here in the Rockets early in the second quarter.
Tristan Herndon coming across the field to make the stop. We're told to keep our eyes on him. Big things expected. So inside the 5 on the rush, the ball carrier, Joshua Clemens. And Ohio State just keeps on marching.
Yeah, nice run that time by the Buckeyes there. Again, found the blockers. Again, a lot of downhill runners here for Ohio State as we're seeing.
Receiver split to the right and to the left. Man in motion. The give and met in the backfield. A big stop for UT. Two defenders back there. One of them, DJ Ornleft, and also down there making the stop, Aiden Dari.
But watch it right here. Just great play there from the secondary as Ornleft comes up out of his free safety position and is able to get a tackle for loss. That's a big-time play by the Rocket defense, who desperately needs a stop right here.
And that was more than a stop. That was fighting to keep a score off the board because they know what it means. Heavy to the far side left. Pappas throws and touchdown. Not much room to work with. It is now 20-0. Naylor hauls in the pass on the very skinny edge of the end zone.
Well, Naylor deserved that one. Great job there by JP to get his feet down there, knew exactly where that sideline marker was, knew exactly where the pylon was. Great execution one more time by Ohio State. And the Buckeyes now have made this a 20-0 ball game. And here comes the All-American kicker, David Rive. He was second-team All-American last year, but in 2021 and 2022, he was first-team All-American kicker. And this one, he's able to split right down the middle to give Ohio State a 21-0 advantage here in this first half.
We will be back. Football, Ohio State leading UT 21-0 on BCSN.
The warning signs leading up to teenage suicide are many. There are always solutions. Suicide is preventable. Even though you may feel lonely, you are not alone.
If you are concerned about yourself or loved one, call 988. If you're in a crisis, call 911 immediately. CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
The Rockets will start first and 10.
The kick return past the 20-yard line by Merced Diaz, and the Rockets have the work cut out for them.
And how about that special teams play from Ryan Glabacher, the senior out of Mentor, Ohio. He's got such great speed, and that time he's able to make a nice open field tackle. And Toledo looking at a long field. They'll start out at their own 21-yard line, trying to dot the scoreboard for the first time here tonight.
plowing ahead near the 25-yard line.
That runner puts his hand down for a short gain, brings up.
A nice job there by Ruffin. He's hit some serious beef there in the line, but watch it right here. Takes the football, is able to get some yak yards after it. So good downhill run there by Ruffin. And Toledo's able to stay on schedule. They pick up a good 3 there on first down to get the ball out on the 25-yard line.
And I think more than anything for Toledo, they've just got to get something positive going.
Yeah, they need to sustain a drive. They don't have to score quickly, but they have to sustain a drive. They have to put points on the board. You've got plenty of time to right the ship.
Motter over the middle, incomplete. It was intended again for Ruffin.
Well, right now it's just a mismatch. You got Toledo, 2 guys there on vertical routes, but Ohio State has 5 guys here deep. Watch it right there. You can do the math, but again, Motter doing all he can to try to drop it in the right spot. But boy, we're seeing some great coverage from Jackson Rittman, Marcellus McClellan, and many others here in that secondary for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And once again, Toledo looking at third down scenario.
And even if it's a one-on-one coverage, it becomes 2 real quick with their speed. Threading the needle near the 40-yard line, just what the doctor ordered as he makes the connection to Merced Diaz.
That's a fantastic play, but watch how he's got to drop the ball between 3 Buckeyes there, but credit Motter, he does that. And Merced Diaz, the sophomore from Genoa, makes the grab, a big third down conversion for the Rockets. They'll have a fresh set of downs on their own 39. Trying to sustain a drive here. We're just under the 7-minute mark of this opening half.
2 receivers on the near side. Man goes in motion. That's Hollaball. An opening, not much of one, and then it closes just as quick as Ruffin gets it to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Ruffin getting roughed up right now, but that was a nice run there by Devin. He did a nice job. That play was designed to go on the left side, but he quickly saw that hole was collapsed. He cut it back to the right. And even though it only looks like a yard gain, that could have easily been a yard or 2 loss. But again, that defensive front of the Buckeyes really doing a number right now. They've done a great job getting off the ball, and they're doing it with just 3 down linemen right now. And we've talked about how many guys they've got in coverage, but those 3 are certainly getting it done in the trenches.
Hollaball in motion. Hollaball with the screen pass near the 35-yard line, brought down 2 men in there to make the stop. A third one comes in, so you can give credit down there to Marcellus McClellan. You can also give credit to Joshua Clemens, and I believe Dameron Colm was in there. Colm Dameron is.
Yeah, good execution by Toledo, and credit to Brian Hollaball that time, the freshman out of Northwood High School. He's able to secure the catch. He felt the pressure. He's able to get maybe 1 yard, if that, after the catch. But right now, another third down conversion needed here by this UT offense. So we're looking at 3rd and 5. Ohio State looks to bring some pressure here on 3rd down.
Knocked away, almost intercepted, but out of bounds. Tell you what, how about that? The luck of Ohio State tonight. McClellan watching the rebound, the careen of that pass out of bounds.
Yeah, what an athlete. Watch it right there. He's trying to keep his feet in bounds. That was awfully close. But again, how about that secondary? Just no margin of error here for this Rocket offense. And Ohio State, once again, is going to force a Toledo punt.
To support your Rockets.
So Blake Chesick, no punt, it looks like. Well, we'll find out after they call the timeout. We'll keep it right here. Every Friday night, BCSN's Game Day Tailgate is live on location for the high school football game of the week. Analysts Godfrey Lewis, Matt Kregel, and the host Justin Feldkamp have the matchup, storylines, top recruits, and more. Game day tailgate Friday nights at 6:30 on BCSN and the BCSN Plus app. Again, the BCSN Plus app is where you can watch these games live if you're not watching them live already. Good look at John Nowakowski, offensive coordinator, played college football at Defiance College. He was a good one.
Yeah, he was. That was, I don't want to date him, but that had to be back in the 90s there. And I think Defiance College was Division III. NCAA
they had just
then,
gone
and
Division
this
III.
year, they've gone back to NAIA. So I saw the Yellow Jackets took one on the chin to Siena Heights here over the weekend. Of course, Siena Heights has had some awfully good football that we've seen on BCSN here and over the years.
Sunday night club football games right here. Today's National College Football Club Association.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 3 touchdown difference, 21-0 Ohio State inflicting its will on the Rockets. Mater comes up firing on the sideline, incomplete. He has not been afraid to let that one fly, intended for Ornlef.
And how about Ohio State right there? They knew it was 4th and 5. They had a guy in the vicinity that could have possibly picked it off, but he realized that, hey, we're going to get much better field position if I just let that ball drop, so the Buckeyes will take over as UT rolled the dice a little bit. And now Ohio State will have a short field here as they'll take over at the Toledo 44-yard line with just under 5 to go in this opening half. And right here, if you're Toledo, you have to find a way to hold the fort. You got to get in that locker room where it is right now, 21-0, the chance to regroup. Boy, you just can't afford to fall behind another score here against the number 1 team in the nation, especially here playing at the Glass Bowl and still with time to go in this opening half.
21-0, 4:51 left in the first half. And the big thing is you just got to make positive plays and keep building on them. Brought down at the 42 and scoop another ball carrier. Lucas Finstermaker from Arlington, Ohio.
Oh, watch Finstermaker. He almost fumbles the exchange, but he's able to grab it. And how about what a great tackle by DJ Ornlef, but unfortunately, that comes 7 yards downfield. You know, that's the first contact that Finstermaker had to deal with.
He can barely get his name on the back of his jersey. Might have to go to a smaller font. Pappas rolling out, going deep. And that one snagged.
Pappas' pass is complete for a touchdown.
And another touchdown, second of the game for Jalen Haley.
Yeah, how about Haley that time? All alone, he gets behind the Rock secondary to play action fake. The Rockets bid on it. And that was just a go route there by Haley, but he was all alone. Well thrown ball again by Pappas. You just want to make sure you don't overthrow that ball when he's that wide open. At that time, Ohio State only took 2 plays, but they're able to punch it in. And now we have some serious separation. Ohio State trying to make it 28-0 here as David Rife comes in for the point after.
The snap, the kick is up, and it is good. It is now 28-0. Ohio State rolling at the Glass Bowl on BCSN.
There's a special place on Cherry Street that's truly the best at being central to life. It's quite a place where titles are won and champions are developed and made year after year. Come discover that special place, Central Catholic High School. Central to life, central to athletics.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, president of Genoa Bank. For over 120 years, Genoa Bank has been proud to be a part of your community. We take pride in doing business locally. Now with our 10th location open in Fremont, Ohio, Genoa Bank will continue to invest in the communities we serve. Whether you're an individual, family, farmer, or business, we are here for you. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back. Diaz returns it to the 28-yard line. A return of about 16 yards. Big series of plays for Toledo because you want to end the first half on a positive note.
Boy, you really do. You have to find a way to give yourself a shot in the arm here. You've got the win at your back, so look for the Rockets to go upstairs here early. And maybe, as you mentioned, Dean, maybe try to throw underneath here a little bit, maybe get some screens, some wide receiver screens, some quick hitters. We're going to have Ohio State timeout.
What in the world is Ohio State talking about in this timeout? Because life is really good for them.
Yeah, it wasn't like they had 10 guys on the field, but again, they're trying to cross their T's and dot their I's. They've had a great first half, but maybe the message right now is, hey, guys, we've worked really hard here, the first 26 minutes of this game. Let's don't let them back in it because we take our foot off the accelerator on this potentially last drive of the opening half. So maybe just to refocus. Certainly, you don't have to do any chewing right now. You just have to make sure you have the focus out there where it needs to be, because this has been a defense that's been awfully impressive. And again, Toledo's just really not had a lot of chances offensively as Ohio State continues to control the trenches here in this opening half.
In other words, finish it. Motter screen pass, little low belt high pass. That is complete to Jackson Wright.
Yeah, nice job. Just a quick out route. Ball thrown on time. Good pitch and catch there. Wright gets 4 on first down. And that will stop the clock. So, again, Toledo, plenty of time here. It's not about time. It's about being efficient and finding some holes in this Ohio State defense, who's looked awfully good and living up to that number 1 ranking here in the early polls.
Motter throwing for his life. Ohio State wanted grounding. They do not get it.
Yeah, that's the thing that Toledo has to make the biggest adjustment on. Once again, you see Ohio State just really rushing 3 guys. That allows you to throw so many guys into coverage. And it's not like Toledo's run the spread where you got 5 guys going out for passes. It's been a mismatch downfield, and Motter that time did a smart thing. He's able to throw the football away. But now the Rockets are going to need to convert here on 3rd down and 5, ball inside their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the rush, getting it away, nicely done, curling it around, ahead to maybe the 38. Merced Diaz.
Well, there's that screen you talked about, Dean. We saw it, and that's the middle screen that time. Well set up, well designed. It's going to be about half a yard short, but what that does, that makes it 4 down territory. I think they're looking at 4th and 5 plus. Certainly going to punt the football away. Down 4 scores right now. You're kind of playing with house money. You got to go for it here. If you can't get a half a yard on 4th down, you're not going to win the football game anyways. This is something we talked to Coach Young about ahead of time. This is an area where they want to be known for. They want to be known for, if we need to get a tough yard or 2, we can get it. They're going to be tested right here as the Buckeyes stack the box.
And a flag. And remember last year, it will go against the Rockets. Last year we had a situation on a 4th or an extra point where they decided to go for 2. They got stopped. Ultimately, the Rockets ended up losing that game. But again, the philosophy is we're going to make our opportunities, and we are going to either make it or break it because we get it done.
Well, you're right. That was a tremendous game. Unfortunately, the Rockets came up, a yard short there, trying to go for the win in a 21-20 loss to Gordon State. One of 3 losses all time here at the Glass Bowl to the Rockets. The other ones being Wright State in their first year, and of course Ohio State as well. This punt is partially blocked, and Ohio State will get good field position. Although that punt did take a Toledo bounce. That's going to be, we'll call it the 47-yard line where the officials are going to spot it. So good starting position for Ohio State. And here, if you're the Buckeyes, you try to be greedy, I think, with 2:22 to go. You got a short field. You also have a couple timeouts to work with.
And you got a team that's, I mean, whether they show it or not, their daubers are down. And, you know, you catch them napping here or there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a high-risk play, but I think you do take some shots here. You get into a two-man offense. You go with a little tempo here. And, again, try to get them. As you said, they're kind of licking their wounds right now.
Little stop and go. And how about that for stop and go? Inside the 30, Ornleft finally punches him out near the 25. J.R. Burton, haven't called his name since the first quarter.
Watson Jr. right here. Good patient run there. He gets stuffed right away, but keeps his feet, bounces it to the outside. There you saw the stutter step from J.R. Burton. And when the dust settles, another first down for Ohio State. Ball resting in the red zone here of Toledo.
They put it at the 18. Scoop, I swear he went out at about the 21, the 20 maybe. But it is what it is. We'll take the timeout. We will be back. This is Club Football on BCSN.
Get the number one buy from the number one guy, Dave White Chevrolet.
The best deal you will ever see, and standard equipment includes integrity.
His reputation says it all. For the number one buy from the number one guy, the place to go is a Lexus in Monroe. Dave White Chevrolet.com.
Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
While we are away, Pappas dials in Charles Civiletto, the 18-yard strike, and it is now 34-0.
Great pitch and catch. Watch it right here. Just a little hitch move that time. Civiletto there is able to catch it in the corner of the end zone. Well thrown ball again there by Pappas. And again, Ohio State club football been awfully impressed here tonight, Dean. They're really clicking on all cylinders.
And they continue to punch the gas. Oh, they say that no touchdown. I didn't see the call, but it still remains. And they took... Okay, Scoop, I'm just going to be very honest right now. Not only did they take the touchdown off the board, they took the previous extra point off the board. So was that the... Okay, so now the extra point has been added.
Yeah, I think that was just a matter of resetting the clock there. It took a touchdown off the board. I'm not sure. We didn't have the monitored up as we were at commercial break, but I think he may have stepped on the sideline and then came back in bounds.
Okay.
Which made him an ineligible receiver. So a break for Toledo, but certainly more than enough time here for this Ohio State offense who's really been clicking.
Pappas pass goes incomplete.
Nobody there, incomplete.
Brings up second down. Collects third down for the Buckeyes.
Third down and long. Setting at about the 17, just inside the 17.
Hey, remember, Ohio State certainly has the ability to kick a field goal even into a gusty wind, as they have the All-American David Rive there, who's been an All-American 3 years now for the Buckeyes out of San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Pappas looking into the end zone, incomplete.
Pass goes incomplete.
Well covered. Could not bring it in.
Watch it right here. A well thrown ball once again, but great coverage there by the Rockets.
Aiden Donovan, the would-be receiver.
And we apologize. We do not have a. You know what? They had a roster change. I think that might have been Leo Stumpfel out of Broadview Heights that had the coverage there for Toledo. And once again, we will see the field goal attempt here by Ohio State as Rive comes in. He had a 43-yarder last year. This one will be from about 30 yards out.
No good.
Field goal is no good for the Buckeyes.
59 seconds remaining. UT stands strong,
First and 10.
keeping them off the board there. And now they'll take over an offense. Obviously, you're not going to see anything crazy, but still, you want to see UT finish strong here.
Well, if you're UT, even though you're deep in your own territory, I think you take some vertical shots here. We've seen Ohio State multiple times here have some pass interference calls, so there's not really enough time left to give the Ohio State Buckeyes the football back with a lot of time to do stuff with, but I do think you take some shots here down 4 scores.
Just as Ohio State was looking to catch UT napping, UT looks to do the same. Still on his feet across to the 25, still churning ahead. Finally goes down just short of the 27.
They'll watch it right here. This time they're just going to slip Mosby out of the backfield. They had twins right and twins left. And a good run after the catch. He had to earn every one of those 6 yards. But a good pickup on first down as we're under the 30-second mark.
Those were tearaway jerseys. We might have a different story. Bobbled snap. Flags everywhere. Now, the penalty obviously is going to be on Motter for kicking the football.
It's going to be on Motter. He was just trying to keep Ohio State from recovering that football, which would have gave the Buckeyes some excellent field position. And now we'll see the officials sort it out.
That is the equivalent of grounding the football to save trouble.
But that was really the only play he had.
That's so absolutely all he had.
You'll definitely take the penalty in that scenario. You turn it over there, Ohio State can turn that into 7 points.
That's a ka-ching right there. "17 seconds remaining in this titanic affair. Ohio State on top, 28-0.
This is one of those rules you don't see called every day, so I think the officials are conversing here just to make sure they get it right, make sure they're on the same page.
Not only do you not see it called, you don't see it happen every day.
Yeah, it should be not only a 10-yarder, but it should be a loss of down as well. We'll see what happens here as James McDermott comes over to make the call. And there you see the signal kicking the football.
Those infractions against the Rockets.
So we got a couple ones in there.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to enforce both of them. So first one takes them back 10 yards to the 12, and then the second one's going to be half the distance to the goal. So now it's Leo. Now you make sure you don't do anything foolish right here. You're 94 yards away with 17 seconds left. So I would imagine Motter's probably going to take a knee or maybe just a handoff up the middle. And another flag coming in here.
Flag on the field.
If this is on Toledo, this will back the Rockets up to the 3-yard line, so they may just want to take one under center and take a knee.
Are they escorting a player, so to speak, off the field? Because the players stopped and had a discussion with the officials, asking for an explanation.
And we do have unsportsmanlike there. There's a signal on the Rockets, so the penalties continue to mount up. And now that's going to take it half the distance of the goal to the 3. So just make sure when you're taking the knee, you're not in the end zone here.
Absolutely.
They're going to throw the football.
Pass complete to the 8-yard line. And that will end the half. I believe that was to Diaz. And that will end the first half. Ohio State rolling to a 28-0 lead. We will take the timeout.
Great music played by DJ Deck.
What do heavy rain, extreme heat, and flying lumber all have in common? They're just a few of the things we use to test our replacement windows. At Renewal by Andersen, we put our windows through the worst because your home deserves the best. Renewal by Andersen acclaimed custom replacement windows. Call or visit us online today to get some incredible savings. Affordable financing, too.
Family House is Northwest Ohio's largest shelter for homeless families. Our programs and services have been empowering families since 1985, serving over 16,000 individuals. You can help Family House by providing new or gently used clothing, household items, hygiene products, and monetary donations of any size are always welcome. To learn more or donate, call or visit FamilyHouseToledo.org. Family House Shelter, keeping families together in times of crisis.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Appliance Center, proudly supporting local athletes, their families, and all your home store needs. And by Gun Chevy in Oregon. Together, let's drive.
The warning signs leading up to teenage suicide are many. There are always solutions. Suicide is preventable. Even though you may feel lonely, you're not alone.
If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, call 988. If you're in a crisis, call 911 immediately.
CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
So wait, the internet got smarter? You're thinking, mine feels sorta stuck. That's because the swiftest connection to that concert ticket server might not be a straight line. Enter Buckeye Intelligent Routing, powered by AI. It's like GPS for your internet, constantly calculating to help you bypass traffic. Smarter gets you there faster. This is the all-new high-speed internet from Buckeye Broadband. We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes, every day, to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Get the number one buy from the number one guy, Dave White Chevrolet.
The best deal you will ever see, and standard equipment includes integrity.
His reputation says it all, for the number one buy from the number one guy. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe, Dave White
Chevrolet.com. Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes, every day, to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
There's a special place on Cherry Street that's truly the best at being central to life. It's quite a place where titles are won and champions are developed and made year after year. Come discover that special place, Central Catholic High School. Central to life, central to athletics.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, president of Genoa Bank. For over 120 years, Genoa Bank has been proud to be a part of your community. We take pride in doing business locally. Now with our 10th location open in Fremont, Ohio, Genoa Bank will continue to invest in the communities we serve. Whether you're an individual, family, farmer, or business, we are here for you. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Genoa Bank. We take your banking needs personally. And by Car Stereo One. Turtle.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Appliance Center has the guaranteed lowest prices on over $7 million of furniture, appliances, mattresses, cabinetry, and flooring at all 3 Appliance Center locations. 419 Pay Less or ShopAC.com.
Get 60% off now at Appliance Center, Ohio's #1 servicing dealer. Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes, every day, to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Appliance Center has the guaranteed lowest prices on over $7 million of furniture, appliances, mattresses, cabinetry, and flooring at all 3 Appliance Center locations. 419 Pay Less or shopac.com.
Get 60% off now at Appliance Center, Ohio's #1 servicing dealer. Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
The warning signs leading up to teenage suicide are many. There are always solutions. Suicide is preventable. Even though you may feel lonely, you're not alone.
If you're concerned about yourself or loved one, call 988. If you're in a crisis, call 911 immediately.
CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by PNC Bank and by Bowling Green State University, a public university for the public good. Visit bgsu.edu to learn more.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
So wait, the internet got smarter? You're thinking, mine feels sorta stuck. That's because the swiftest connection to that concert ticket server might not be a straight line. Enter Buckeye Intelligent Routing, powered by AI. It's like GPS for your internet, constantly calculating to help you bypass traffic. Smarter gets you there faster. This is the all-new high-speed internet from Buckeye Broadband.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
The warning signs leading up to teenage suicide are many. There are always solutions. Suicide is preventable. Even though you may feel lonely, you're not alone.
If you're concerned about yourself or loved one, call 988. If you're in a crisis, call 911 immediately.
CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Appliance Center has the guaranteed lowest prices on over $7 million of furniture, appliances, mattresses, cabinetry, and flooring at all 3 Appliance Center locations. 419-PAY LESS or shopac.com.
Get 60% off now at Appliance Center, Ohio's #1 servicing dealer. Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
There's a special place on Cherry Street that's truly the best at being central to life. It's quite a place where titles are won and champions are developed and made year after year. Come discover that special place, Central Catholic High School. Central to life, central to athletics.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, president of Genoa Bank. For over 120 years, Genoa Bank has been proud to be a part of your community. We take pride in doing business locally. Now with our 10th location open in Fremont, Ohio, Genoa Bank will continue to invest in the communities we serve. Whether you're an individual, family, farmer, or business, we are here for you. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Get the #1 buy from the #1 guy, Dave White, Chevrolet.
The best deal you will ever see. And standard equipment includes integrity.
His reputation says it all. For the #1 buy from the #1 guy. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Dave White. White Chevrolet.com.
Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes, every day, to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
There's a special place on Cherry Street that's truly the best at being central to life. It's quite a place where titles are won and champions are developed and made year after year. Come discover that special place, Central Catholic High School. Central to life, central to athletics.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, president of Genoa Bank. For over 120 years, Genoa Bank has been proud to be a part of your community. We take pride in doing business locally. Now with our 10th location open in Fremont, Ohio, Genoa Bank will continue to invest in the communities we serve. Whether you're an individual, family, farmer, or business, we are here for you. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes, every day, to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Get the #1 buy from the #1 guy, Dave White Chevrolet.
The best deal you will ever see, and standard equipment includes integrity.
Its reputation says it all. For the #1 buy from the #1 guy, the place to go is a Lexus and Monroe. Dave White Chevrolet.com.
Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
And we welcome you back, 28-0. Not the game that we expected tonight. I expected Ohio State to be tough. I expected Toledo to put up a challenge. I expected Toledo to have some more offense tonight, but it's been and keep in mind, Ohio State's been stymied by penalties, taking some scores off the board, at least one. But wow.
Well, that's a good way to sum it up. Wow, because Ohio State scored early and often. They set the tone with that 82-yard kickoff return to start things out by Jalen Haley, and they really have never looked back. Their defense has been lights out, pitching a shutout. The offense has been really good. And again, that's what's really surprising tonight, Dean. Coming in, Ohio State on the season, they were just averaging 14 points a game through their first two games, but wow, have they turned it on here tonight. And the only thing I would say as far as adjustments for the Buckeyes at halftime, clean up the penalties. Other than that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've really been doing such a great job, and for Toledo, boy, they really had some struggles. I really thought they got beat up in the trenches. They also just were not able to click on offense. They just could not get any consistency, but credit Ohio State. because of the pressure they had from their defensive front doing the job. But Toledo has to find a way to maybe throw underneath that Buckeye defense, maybe go across the middle on some crossing routes, some drag routes. But Toledo's going to have to really make some good adjustments here if they want to try to fight themselves back into this one.
And Ohio State has done it all on the ground. Maybe they have completed 7 or 8 passes, but there's just been a lot of diversity on the run. Diaz to the 30-yard line, finally trapped, corralled, and they're making the stop. Ryan Keenan from Taunton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, Toledo that time. Pretty good return from Diaz. He's one of those guys where you want to try to find a way to get him the football 20 times because he's got good speed. Here you see makes one guy miss, cuts it back, but isn't able to get to the edge there. And great job by the special teams of Ohio State as Toledo start out on their own 29-yard line.
Of course, before they went to the locker room, the team huddled up. I guess it was probably a come-to-Jesus meeting in the end zone as they all huddled around Jamie Young in the discussion. Nice pickup to about the 45-yard line.
That's a good way to start right there. Watch it again on the replay. This time you see Toledo trying to spread out Ohio State. They're able to get one out in the flanks there, and tremendous job there from Tariq Mosby that time, who's able to move the chains there on the first play from this Toledo offense to start things out in the second half.
And puts the exclamation point on the stiff arm. Motter gunning it. Incomplete, deflected. McClellan almost snagged it. Well, could have snagged it. Remember, he had the would-be interception in the sideline. That obviously didn't count because he was on the sideline. But Mosby's been unlucky tonight.
Well, they've lost so many key players in the secondary, but they seem to have the skilled athletes there. They've got excellent speeds we've talked about. And certainly they've had no issues tonight keeping all these Toledo receivers in front and in check.
Across the 45 into Ohio State territory. Tremaine Bailey, the freshman.
Great job by Bailey. That's worth another look. He takes the handoff and just kind of cuts it back there to the right side. He's able to get to that second level, so big pickup there on second down. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for Toledo. And I think anytime they have the ball in Ohio State territory, it's going to be 4-down territory for the Rockets if necessary.
The give again to Bailey.
After that run. That's the same exact play all over again. This time the Buckeyes covered a little bit better, but they're able to get 2 yards, enough for a first down. And that takes the ball into Ohio State territory. Toledo right now trying to make a statement here with their initial drive here of the second half.
Scoop back to that conference in the end zone at the end of the first half. I'm sure it went something like this where Jamie Young implored his troops to stay together, stay focused. We are fighting Ohio State, not each other. Motter with the knee-high snap. Complete to right. He gets it to about the 43. That's Ruffin, actually.
Got a nice job there by Ruffin again. Just trying to get the ball out in the flats there. We've seen that a couple times early here, so some great adjustments here by the Rockets in the second half, and they have the ball on the move.
Second down at about 7. The ball setting short of the 38. Motter back pedals. Complete. That one is complete to Jackson Wright.
Well, you can see that the game plan here has certainly changed here a little bit in the second half. They're trying to get the ball out right away, avoid some of the pressure that we saw from Ohio State in that first half, and they're staying on schedule. Right now, 3rd down and 4 coming up for Toledo.
Low snap, the rush is on. Mater has some protection. Throws it and snags it for a moment, and Ornleft can't bring it in.
Pass falls incomplete.
All right, Ornleft took a shot that time. A well-executed play by Toledo after you see the snap. Mater's able to buy some time here. But look at the speed there from the lineman. And I believe that was Matt Humphreys coming in.
There's a flag.
Humphreys, Clemens, also in there. And we'll wait for the discussion.
You know, coming in tonight, Ohio State was 2-0. They defeated Cincinnati 21-20 and Ohio Northern 7-3 last week at Ada. And with that penalty, that's going to give the Rockets a first down. So that will extend the drive. And once again, this was the only problem Ohio State had in the first half, a lot of penalties.
And Toledo had plenty of opportunities to take advantage of those penalties, but just slipping through their hands. 1st and 10 at the 24. Streaking ahead, Ruffin. He gets to about the 23.
Well, that time, Toledo tried to hit him with an ISO play, but again, good job pursuing. They didn't over-pursue. They were able to tackle Ruffin after a gain of maybe 1. But Toledo needs to take advantage. You got the wind at your back right now. You've got a gift there in that 3rd down penalty by Ohio State. Now the offense has to finish the deal here and get this ball in the end zone somehow.
Diaz to the near side. Mater looking down the sideline, climbing the ladder to bring it down. It is complete at the 7-yard line. The reception, the connection made to Donovan Favors.
Now watch Favors right here. This is designed to be a middle screen, and Mater and Favors just make a play. That was kind of one of those fire calls. The screen wasn't set up, but we do have laundry on the field, and this one looks like it's going to be against Toledo.
It'll put it back at the 28-yard line. Second and 14. Ruffin in the backfield behind Mater. Ornleft caught it before he goes out. No, they say he was out of bounds. It looked like he still had feet in at the 5, but the officials say nope.
He got it right. That was the right call. I love the route there, though. Kind of a crossing route here, as Ornleft is going to do a corner route.
Yep,
you see by the time he's able to secure the football, excellent call down there by the side judge, but a tough break there for Toledo, as now they're looking at 3rd down and 14. That time they had twins to both sides, and both sides kind of did rub routes, crossing routes there to get some separation. Now we have another delay in game penalty. This is the second time this has happened to Toledo here tonight, so certainly going to be an area you got to clean up. You know, this is technically Toledo's, first game. They did pick up a win against University of North Carolina Greensboro by forfeit. This is really the first time they've had a chance to duke it out against someone with a different colored jersey on, we'll say.
2-by-2 with Ruffin in the backfield. The rush is on again. Complete over the middle. Ornleft still on his feet. Gets to the 16, and there's a scramble for the football. but I believe Ornleff still has it, and he does.
Great post route by Ornleff. Watch it here. This time you're going to see Motter get the ball out on time. And again, a host of Buckeyes in that area. A great job by Ornleff sneaking underneath there.
And great work by our camera crew.
Certainly. And that's going to bring up now a 4th down and 4. Certainly 4-down territory. You're down 4 scores. This is perhaps the best opportunity we've seen from the Rockets since their opening drive of the night.
Flushed out. Complete to Merced Diaz. He gets inside the 10. And again, the key is you got to move forward, but it does look like he got the first down.
Well, that was scary. A tremendous catch by Merced Diaz, who had the first down, but then as he's tried to juke guys at one time, he was a yard shy of the first down. He ends up getting it. What a big-time catch. Watch it again right here. Motters is scrambling there to the sideline. He had to come back. He's able to gather it in. And watch, he goes back 1, 2, 5, 6, now 7 yards. It falls his way forward, just enough for the first down. And now the drive continues.
White knuckle time on that play at the 12-yard line. Ruffin breaks the tackle. That is not Ruffin. That is actually Mosby.
Yeah, good job that time by Mosby. He's trying to run downhill, but again, he's got some big linemen there in front of him. He's able to get a couple big yards there, takes it down to the 10-yard line of Ohio State.
And you'll see number 88. He's a graduate student. It is Colin Keith. He's a basketball player who played football for the first time in his life. He's a med student. Into the end zone, deflected. And we were teasing in the pregame that if he gets teamed up with Roshan Ramesh, who is a graduate student, med student as well, the quarterback, those two could complete a surgical strike.
Well, the Rockets would love to see it. Both those two you mentioned, really talented athletes. We saw Ramesh quite a bit. He actually QB'd 3 games last year for the Rockets. Had some pretty good numbers.
Again, a former tennis player playing football for the first time in his life, and he has adjusted well. They expect big things from Keith, but still very young in his club football debut. Deflected.
Pass is deflected by the defense, number 44. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, great job by Ryan Keenan, the linebacker out of Massachusetts. The freshman does it just as you try to teach it. Watch 44 right there, gets his hands up, is able to swat that ball away. So once again, Toledo has to convert on another 4th down here to extend this drive. They can't get a first down without a touchdown. They have to get down to the 2-yard line to move the chains.
To the back of the end zone, incomplete. And Ohio State takes over at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, great job by the Buckeyes once again. Watch, they're going to flush Motter out of the pocket, force him to go to his right, throws it back across his body there. But that's a ball that should have been caught by one of the spectators back there.
You know, if it was arena or indoor football, they would keep that ball as a souvenir. Best drive of the game for UT, able to snatch it from the fire, but they were not able to deliver. So it's 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Well, you wanted points, but now the defense has to keep this field position where it's at and get a 3 and out. Here's a quick slant here across the middle, little pop pass, and look out.
brought down inside the 40-yard line, complete to Aiden Donovan. And that was almost like watching it in slow motion.
Number 31, first and 10.
Now watch the sophomore, just a quick release here, a little pop pass, catches it in stride, and that time Toledo without a center fielder. Donovan's able to take it all the way down to the 35-yard line of Toledo. So in one play, the Buckeyes flip the field, threatening to score once again.
Pappas works his way free through the maze and dives across the 30-yard line.
He's such an intelligent quarterback. Doesn't try to do too much, stays within himself, and he also realizes he has a gift of running the football. That time he's able to just kind of tuck it away, improvise a little bit. He picks up a solid 6 yards there on first down.
2nd down and 4 to go, just inside the 30. Short little pass out. Should be good for the first down. Pappas connects with Sam Garber.
Number 84 brings up first and 10.
Yeah, nice job that time again by Pappas that time. Just kind of dumped it off to Sam Garber, the 5th-year senior out of Worthington. And again, knew exactly where that first down marker was. He's able to get a few yards after the catch. And Toledo now knocking on the door just outside the red zone of the Rockets. 1st and 10 coming up.
Flag coming at the 21-yard line.
There's a flag on the field.
That time Ohio State lined up offside, so that's going to be a gift penalty here for Toledo. We'll move the football back to the 26-yard line. Still will remain first down. There you see Pappas there coming in, making sure, hey, what happened? What do we need to adjust?
How about that? I don't think it was intended to be a direct snap, but
By number 7.
Theo comes up with it. Gets a nice little gain.
Well, you be the judge. You know, that time it looked like Pappas sold it as, hey, that's going over my head. He jumps up in the air, hands up. But it actually went to the tailback. A little trickery there, whether intended or not.
Well, there was a play a little earlier in the series where Theo came up, or Thiele came up and got it as well. Or came up as if he was going to get it. So you may be right.
Yeah, I think that was designed just because Pappas right away jumped up, and that ball was clearly 3 or 4 yards to his right. He jumped up like it was going over his head to the left. But again, Ohio State pulling out all the stops. They get another first down.
Pretty creative. 3 receivers wide left. Pappas steps up, looks, throws over the middle. Touchdown. 3rd of the game for Jalen Haley. He makes it 30-0. Let's look for flags. There are none.
Yeah, how about Haley? He comes up with a trifecta here tonight. Watch it once again. Pappas here has to scramble to the left, but he finds a wide open Jalen Haley. As you mentioned, Dean, 3 touchdowns now for the senior out of Zanesville. And Ohio State here looking good, living up to that number 1 ranking here tonight at the Glass Bowl.
I heard talk about Ohio State rebuilding. They're not the same team. Well, one of those statements is true. They're not the same team. But I'm not so certain they're rebuilding. 35-0. This is club football on VCSN.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
So wait, the internet got smarter? You're thinking, mine feels sorta stuck. That's because the swiftest connection to that concert ticket server might not be a straight line. Enter Buckeye Intelligent Routing, powered by AI. It's like GPS for your internet, constantly calculating to help you bypass traffic. Smarter gets you there faster. This is the all-new high-speed internet from Buckeye Broadband.
We are back. Kickoff fielded at the 15, advancing to the 29 and favors backpedaling. Has a lane, but gets maybe to the 28. That's where they're going to put him down. So I said it doesn't look like they're rebuilding. You said it looks like they're reloading. Maybe they're just upgrading.
But they are. They're operating at a high level here tonight. You know, coming in, this was the talk of club football here for this week. You got the number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, the number 5 ranked Toledo Rockets. This was the game of the week. You're playing here at the Glass Bowl. Toledo coming off another outstanding season a year ago where they came up a little bit shy, trying to make that club football playoff championship as Ohio State was able to win the Great Lakes East Division. I think Toledo had hopes coming in of knocking off the Buckeyes and maybe open the door for their first ever national appearance. But, boy, this has kind of put a damper on those goals. It's the fact that Ohio State just looks to kind of reload once again this year.
This was a game that was supposed to be about destiny. Whoever took this game controlled their own destiny. And
well, I'll guarantee you Ohio State was definitely not looking past this game. You know, talking to head coach James Grega before the game, he realized that, hey, the path for us to get to that championship game is through Toledo. We know it. It happens to be our conference opener, but we have to be ready to go, and they certainly have been ready, to say the least.
Still on his feet, gets across the 40-yard line. Mosby.
He's such a load. Watch the freshman from Toledo start once again here. Catches out in the flat. You can see Ohio State taking advantage of the underneath route here in the second half. I think Ohio State more than happy to allow the short stuff, not allow to get beat by that big play when you're up 5 scores.
1st and 10 at the 41. Ball was down.
Sizable gain for the Rockets.
The pickup
brings up 2nd and short
by Trumaine Bailey.
Ball placed on the 48-yard line.
So a pickup of about 7 yards.
But you can see the Rockets definitely have some good pieces out there. I think it's more a matter of getting some reps together. This is their really first time here on the turf. They got a lot of young guys. As their roster shows, 15 freshmen, 11 sophomores.
Bailey again across the 50 to about the 48. Gang tackling to the hill. 3 Ohio State players in the middle of that.
Yeah, nice job there. Again, just hard-nosed football. That's the way you have to really, that has to be your DNA. And credit Bailey once again. He's able to get some tough yards there, takes the ball into Buckeye territory.
You know, we talked about, when teams get behind, they start pointing fingers at each other. I don't see that from Toledo, at least not outwardly.
No, they're really fighting. This second half has actually been the type of game I expected. Toledo's moved the ball here. They've had a couple possessions here in this third quarter. They've moved the ball. They stalled in the red zone on their last possession.
Bailey to the 45. That's 2nd down. We've got 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, really tonight, to me, Dean, the physicality by Ohio State has really been impressive. You can see why this team really relies on running the football. Well, why not? When you've got some guys up front that are strong, athletic, have the foot speed that these guys present.
Flag on the play. That's at least the 3rd pass interference on Ohio State. I would assume it's pass interference. I don't know what else it would be. Holding against Ohio State. Either way, they keep moving the chains.
That play will end in the quarter.
So we go to the fourth quarter. Ohio State on top 35-0. Club football on BCSN.
The warning signs leading up to teenage suicide are many. There are always solutions. Suicide is preventable. Even though you may feel lonely, you're not alone.
If you're concerned about yourself or loved one, call 988. If you're in a crisis, call 911 immediately.
CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
Getting ready to get going in the fourth quarter. Toledo behind 35-0. But the Rockets getting some momentum here of late. Ball moving there now to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 as we get things going in the final stanza. Motter going long.
Modern pass goes incomplete, intended for number 4.
Did not make the connection. Favors.
At that time, like we've seen all night, you're going to see it. Ohio State's going to rush 4 guys. The other 7 guys are back in coverage. Again, gives you such a small window to throw into. And that time, I think the wind caught that ball just enough.
Scoop, I talked about it earlier, but Ohio State has been phenomenal on everything by committee. They've been tackling by committee. They've had great defensive plays by committee. They've had stops by committee. They've had great coverage, running by committee. Ohio State is deep, and they're good, and they're, other than penalties, disciplined.
Yeah, I don't think the talent level is what the scoreboard shows right now. I think Toledo's got some good athletes, just like Ohio State does, but the fact that they've been playing together, this is their 3rd game. Toledo, it's their 1st game here and so forth. But you can see Ohio State last year had 25 different guys, All-Americans, either 1st, 2nd team, or honorable mention. They've got 12 of those guys back. So it's not like the cupboard is bare for the Buckeyes.
Bailey to the outside across the 30. Barreling his way to the 33.
Great run by the Rockets.
And right there's a bright spot we're talking about. One of the many athletes that Toledo has, as Bailey is able to get a nice pickup there to get near that 1st down marker. But again, a nice little stutter step, kind of lowers the shoulder, gets a few yak yards. And now 3rd down and a long one coming up.
So Bailey will set up on the right side of Motter. 13:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. Kind of like a game of bumper pool. Bailey goes straight, bounces off his blocker, but doesn't get very far. And again, we talk about the teamwork on tackling. Again, lots of red shirts in there.
Well, they've got so many different weapons. We mentioned, they've got 12 guys coming back from last year's team that were All-American, and 7 of those guys on the defensive side of the ball. So certainly this is a defense that has played together. They know the importance of gang tackling, gang pursuit. They also know the importance of winning the trenches. And right now they've got 7 guys in the box.
Tristan Herndon in the backfield, and he gets stuffed.
At that time, they had all the gaps filled. And watch it right here. Look how they're just kind of lining up there in the trenches and just no chance from the word go.
He had nowhere to go.
And once again, Ohio State, they bend, but they don't break. And they keep that shutout intact.
The other thing, Scoop, that I'm seeing at Ohio, there's been some celebration, but it's not been in your face. Neither one of these teams are out here to try to show somebody else up, and you saw it on that play right there where the defender and the running back kind of congratulated each other, made some pleasantries, and moved on.
Yeah, they play football. You know, they get excited when they make a great play, but they're also they get excited for each other. It's not one of those individual things. Hey, look at me! I just made a great play. It's guys coming in and picking each other up, and that's something that's been impressive here to watch because we've seen it all night long. And both these teams, extremely well coached. But again, I think coming in, we all expected this to be a game that was going to still be on the line in the fourth quarter. But yet, credit Ohio State, they really are trying to prove their ranking and make a statement here tonight.
Pappas again running wild across the 40. Another sliding stuff for him.
First down run.
We even had a head. We did have a slide. I should take that back. There was one that was a head first slide.
Again, he's impressed me. We talked about, watch it here again on the replay. A zone read there, fakes the handoff, little counter action. Again, great job of fouling his blockers, gets every yard he can. They lost a very good quarterback in All-American Spencer Moore, who was the top offensive player in all college football a year ago, but certainly they got a good one here in Pappas.
Up the gut, some new names in there. The whistle was blown. So, Scoop, just to put it in perspective, Ohio State has had players from their club football team move on. 2 players this year are walk-ons at Ohio State, the Ohio State. And 1 player, was it the Panthers camp, is a receiver?
Yes. Yes, so they have 1 getting looks from the NFL, and a couple have moved on.
Diving to the 41.
28.
So again, but I think that's the goal of every club football team. I'm sure Jamie Young would be the first to say that he would love to see, one of his guys or 2, whatever, get picked up here by Jason Candle, whatever. We do have some good athletes out here. These guys are playing because they love the game. That's what you got to love about this. You don't have the huge crowds here, but what you have guys here that want to put on the pads. They want to compete.
And truly the love of the game.
Oh, that's what you have to respect from every young man out there.
Spun down to the 35 ball carrier, Joshua Clemens, who's doing double duty tonight like so many of these players. Ironman football. Now, you talk about guys moving up. I'll tell you this after the play.
Again, nice downhill running. Is able to just keep the legs turning and turns that into a nice gainer.
And the Rockets have had players that have gotten the look, and they have been called up, so to speak. Clemens again running. He will get to the 32. Alex Winter, one of those players, 2 years ago playing club football. Now he is a offensive lineman for the Rockets.
Yeah, don't be fooled. There's guys out there. I know Ohio State has a transfer that played at James Madison last year. They've got guys that played in the MAC last year. Maybe didn't work out to go to a MAC school. They come back home to the Columbus area. Now they want to play club football. So certainly there's talent oozing, I think, on both sides of the field here tonight.
Clock moving fast now. Comes up over the middle. Well, over the corner, I should say. Charles Civiletto. He's had his name called a couple times from East Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, great job by the sophomore. Just a quick slant there by Civiletto. But again, Ohio State hasn't thrown the ball off them, but they've been accurate.
Civiletto again, fingertip catch at the 15.
Pass is caught by number 27.
And they're making the stop for UT. You can give credit to Davion Flavors. Also in there making the stop, Walker Luncey. And I'll tell you what, how cool is it that your university lets you play under the lights at their football stadium? Upended at the 5.
Well, no question about it. Kudos to the University of Toledo for just that. And again, watch this nice, impressive run there by Jonathan Thiel. As that time, the fifth-year senior out of Madera down in Cincinnati takes it ever so close to the goal line. Ball spotted on the 5.
Pappas over the middle, deflected, incomplete.
And Dean, you made a great point about the use of the glass bowl here. Make no bones about it. This Ohio State team, they were amped up to play here. Those guys were excited. We were down there in the field a couple hours before kickoff here. And, just getting a chance to talk with some of the coaches and players. This is a highlight for these guys. They're not used to playing in this type of stadium. And they were certainly pumped up to get here to play at the Glass Bowl. This is something all these guys will certainly remember.
We'll take the timeout. Ohio State rolling 35-0. Club football on BCSN.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Visit DaveWhiteChevy.com. And by Sean's Irish Tavern, locally owned and operated, and proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
We are back. 35-0. OSU knocking on the door again. Just outside the 5-yard line, 6.5 minutes or less. Clemens gets inside the 2. Scoop, I'm beating a dead horse here, but they've got so many people that can run the football.
Yeah, make no bones about it, there's not a big drop-off between their first team and their second team out there. They've got plenty of depth. This has kind of been the gold standard for club football. As we mentioned, Ohio State been to 4 consecutive national championship games. And when you travel 40 guys to a road game, a couple hours away, that speaks volumes about your club football program.
That's essentially like a moon mission. Stopped short, but not by much. Thiel met the wall.
Yeah, that time Big Ed Adnan Dari comes in there, makes an impressive hit. He's one of many Rocket guys. There's a guy, All-American status right there. Toledo certainly has some good athletes on their side of things. That time they get a big stop there. Ohio State just inches away there from their 6th touchdown of the night.
Timeout called. We'll take the timeout as well. Ohio State leading by 5 touchdowns, 35-0 on BCSN.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Appliance Center, proudly supporting local athletes, their families, and all your home store needs. And by Gun Chevy in Oregon. Together, let's drive.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
We are back. Ohio State knocking on the door again. 5:05 remaining.
Touchdown for the Buckeyes.
It is a touchdown. 41-0.
Another impressive drive by the Buckeyes. Watch him finish it off right here. I think that's Joshua Clemens there taking it out. But again, as you kind of mentioned, Dean, one of the first guys to come in there and pat him on the back, Keegan Lynch out of Northview High School nearby here in Sylvania. One of many teammates here to spread the love. And now this is almost automatic here when you got a guy such as David Rive here, a 3-time All-American, kicking it.
It is good.
Point is good for the Buckeyes.
(42-0). Ohio State leading. This is college club football on BCSN.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
So wait, the internet got smarter? You're thinking, mine feels sorta stuck. That's because the swiftest connection to that concert ticket server might not be a straight line. Enter Buckeye Intelligent Routing, powered by AI. It's like GPS for your internet, constantly calculating to help you bypass traffic. Smarter gets you there faster. This is the all-new high-speed internet from Buckeye Broadband.
Favors puts a charge of excitement into the crowd, but finally brought down near the 35. They'll put him at the 36.
Watch, this is a nice, nifty run here.
That was actually, it wasn't Favors.
It's Mosby, but again, look how he's able to, he's slippery, he's also tough. He's able to get a ball out to the 36-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to play. RR now in at quarterback. It is complete to Diaz, wrestling him down short of the 50-yard line.
A nice play by Merced Diaz once again. Another guy not easy to bring down. Take a good look right there, but how about the nice strong ball there by Ramesh that time? He's able to find Diaz on that left sideline, and that puts the ball right on the 50-yard line. Good enough for a first down for Toledo.
Roshan Ramesh, a graduate student, med student at that. And they did put him at the 50-yard line. The handoff, Bailey spun around. He will get to the 49, loss of a yard. And we move to the 2:05 mark. We will pause for the timeout at 2 minutes.
Well, I think with the running clock, they do have a running clock rule that once it gets above 35 points, I think they forego the 2-minute timeout. So.
Well, they certainly have done that. Nice spiral over the middle, incomplete. Ramesh throws a really nice pass.
Well, last year, Ramesh, he connected for over 70% of his passes. You know, he had limited action behind Motter, but he still, he threw the ball, close to 30 times last season. Very good accuracy. Another athlete. It's good to have some depth there. But again, what can you say about Ohio State here tonight, Dean? We talked about the keys coming in. Ohio State win the trenches, they did that. Ohio State win the turnover chain, they've done that. And then for Toledo, a couple things. We thought they had to find a way to limit the big play. They weren't able to do that. We thought they had to, to maybe bend, don't break, be tough in the red zone, but when Ohio State's got in the red zone tonight, they've been lights out. These guys have really executed at such a high level all night. And this is a key game for Ohio State, obviously. At this point in the loss, it's going to be for Toledo. But again, this is the toughest conference in club football across the nation. You have the Great Lakes East. Even though there's only 3 teams, most conferences have 4 or 5, depending on what region you're in, what part of the U.S. But you have 3 of the top 9 teams all in the same division. As we mentioned, number 1 Ohio State, number 5 Toledo. But you also have Wright State, who's number 9 in the nation. Wright State, a team that's also won a national championship. Although it was back in 2009, there's a team that has solid club football every year. So won't be an easy schedule here for the Rockets, but they're going to have to, put this one behind them and look forward to the next one.
Ramey steps up over the middle, hit hard, complete to Diaz into the 20-yard line.
Well, Ohio State, once again, they had 7 guys back in coverage, but credit Ramesh. Watch him again right here. A quick 3-step drop. Look at the tight spiral. And that time, Diaz secures the football, takes it just shy of the red zone. They'll spot it at the 21-yard line. We're now under a minute to go here with the running clock. Rockets looking to prevent the Buckeyes from getting a shutout, something Ohio State did 3 times last year. They pitched shutouts.
Steps up, tucks it across to the 15-yard line, 34 seconds and counting down. Ramesh hustles them up. And by the way, did I tell you in the last couple seconds, he's a tennis player?
Oh, yes. That's quite not just a tennis player as well, but he's a very intelligent young man. Had a chance to chat with him a couple times last season. Just a nice competitor out there that's going to give you what he's got. And UT elects to burn a timeout here to stop the running clock as the Rockets right now. You can see the sideline, they're coaching right now. They know they're going to win the game, but hey, let's get in our 2-minute drill. We've got to find a way to get in the end zone. This is kind of building for next week and so forth.
No practice like game action.
Yeah, no question about it. So
here's the thing that I find interesting. He's a med student. Now, he's not later on in his medical school tenure, but the fact that he can find time when these guys are spending upwards of 60, 70, 80 hours a week in med school, and he's able to find time.
Yeah, he's just an incredible young man, and that's what you like to see these guys do, though. Great time management, but get involved in many activities you can. And certainly one thing you can count on, whatever he's involved with, he's going to give it 110%.
First and 10. Second and short.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line. Ramesh steps up through the hole, cuts to the outside, inside the 10, and he will go down just past the 7. He did get out of the bounds.
First and goal.
The running clock, the clock continues to tick, so Toledo will be forced to burn another timeout.
No, he got out of bounds. I think he did.
Running clock, but they keep it going, so they had to burn a timeout to stop it. But right now, again, they're coaching like this in a tie game where you're down a score here. I love what they're doing here. Try to get some good game reps. Remember, Ohio State, they're still out there playing with pride. This is the Buckeye team last year. And watch Ramesh one more time here. You can see, we see the gift of an Army after this time. He's able to tuck away. Look at his speed there. He's able to get to the edge, gets tackled there. They burned a timeout. But Ohio State last year, as you mentioned, Dean, they had 3 shutouts. But for Ohio State, who had 10 games, they won 8-2 a year ago. 7 games they held opponents to 1 touchdown or less. So that speaks volumes about this defense. Toledo wants to try to do what they can. Playing for pride right here.
10 seconds and going down. Now the 7 seconds. Interception.
Wow, what a read that time on the quick out there. As the Buckeyes are going to, this kind of almost...
Alexander Anderson got the interception, and time expires.
It's almost a fair end to this game because Ohio State dominated every way. Toledo got close a few times, hoping to get on the end zone there, but Again, a great play by Ohio State to close it out. And wow, what a statement tonight here by the Buckeyes, who now move to 1-0 in the Great Lakes East Conference. This is the conference that's gone 3-1 in their preseason or non-league games, I should say. A team that's going to make some noise, and the Buckeyes, boy, they take a big, big step towards securing their 6th straight league title.
UT back in action next week. We will have that game. Skip, tell us about it before we go.
Well, for Toledo, you have to flush what's happened here tonight. You can't get caught hanging your heads. So for Toledo, the only game that matters is going to be your next one, and that's going to be against Michigan State. That's going to be another big game. Michigan State, the top team in the Great Lakes West Division. That's a team that, Toledo has played with them. Toledo has beat them in the past. So this is the game that both teams will have circled. And even though it's kind of outside the league, Toledo has to find a way to right the ship and get better here in the next 7 days.
It is a final here. Ohio State with the 42-0 win at the Glass Bowl, and they take a big step towards an NFC conference, an NCFA Great Lakes East Conference Championship. For my partner, Scoop Miller, I'm Dean Jackson. Thanks for tuning in.